Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to sunny East Tennessee mountains. It's a shitty day, cold, rainy. So I'm going to put a new visor on the bike. I have one that I got on Amazon, and it does a fair job. It's supposed to be adjustable, but it's not easily adjustable. This is the Puig visor, and it's easily adjustable, at least from what I've read. I haven't had it on the bike yet. So we're going to install this and take it out for a test drive in the near future and see how it does. So first we're going to take this one off. Probably should have done this before I started the video. It has a couple little Allen set screws in it. And it comes off easy peasy. You can tell it's a whole lot lower quality than the one that Puig supplies. I've already put the one clip on this, but it's easy to do. You hunch up a screwdriver. There we go. And you loosen up this little screw in the clamp. Try not to drop it in the gravel where you'll lose it. Clip it on there. You snug it up. And the Allen screws up that are in top. That relaxes the clamps. Up she goes. These pieces here swivel. So if you have the curve that's in your windshield is taken into account. I should probably sit on the bike to center it up, but you're in my way. There. Ooh. That's pretty sweet. I'd say it's the tension on it's just about right. And it comes with these little black plastic covers that you put in the Allen screws there to make it look pretty. They'll most likely fly out in no time. So that's it. That's down. That's all the way up. I think that's going to be better. When the weather clears up and this place looks a little bit better, we'll take it for a ride, and I'll come back and tack that on to the end of this video and let you know how it went. See you in a little bit. Alrighty, well, good afternoon. It's finally cleared up a little bit. Still pretty damn chilly, but doable. I forgot to mention when I was putting the visor on that I'm putting it on a National Cycles V-Strom windshield, I think they call it. It's not the factory windshield. I am kind of looking through it now that I'm sitting on the bike. Of that I am not a fan. I got the windshield in the lowest position. I might have to try it on a different windshield. Go back to the factory stock one maybe. Get these heated grips turned on. Well, I'm not really looking through it, I'm looking over it. But it is taller than it was. Ooh, it's chilly out here. I already lost one of the little plastic caps that go on the screws there. That sure didn't take long. Well, I'm going a little over 60, and I'd say the buffeting's about the same as the other unit I had on there. That thing needs straightened up. It's a little bit off to the side. Anyhow, let's try a different. Well, that made it worse. Yeah, that made it worse. Now I'm looking straight through it. I don't like looking through it, I can tell you that. Well, to be honest, I'd say it's about the same as the cheap Amazon one I had. I don't really see any difference. The cheap Amazon one was lower. I wasn't looking, well, I'm not looking through this one, but it is getting up there. I'd say it's about an inch higher than the cheap Amazon one I had. Well, let's head back and swap windshields. Hello, Duggars. How was Doug the dog? Oh. Okay, one factory windshield. I really noticed prior to today, all these aftermarket windshields that I've tried, none of them have this standout that steps them off of the further forward. Sure looks better to me with the smaller windshield. Oh, I forgot my little plastic doohickey. Still got one left. Well, one side looks stylish, aerodynamic.
I can tell already I'm getting a lot more air. A whole lot more air. Well, in the up position like this, it feels about the same. That's a lot more. The buffeting isn't any worse, really. I'd say this visor and the factory windshield, the stock windshield, is equivalent to the visor on the national cycles. Well, you get, that's not true. That's a lie. The buffeting wise, it's about the same. It might even be a little smoother now. You get a lot more air to the face, but it's not buffeting my helmet as bad. Actually, I got out from behind that truck, it got even cleaner. This is actually kind of nice. I got the visor tilted forward just a tad. I think I'm gonna leave this on. I think it looks better. I get more air on my arms, I think, and my chest. But that's pretty smooth air. I'd say this is definitely smoother than the same setup with the National Cycles windshield. More air, but smoother. I have another windshield back in the shop. I can't remember the name of the company. Something California Scientific, maybe? Something like that. I'll have to look around and see if I can dig that one out. I think I still have it. I don't think I returned it. And I also have a Givi airflow. And it was about equivalent to the National Cycles with the Amazon wind deflector on it. Of course, riding with my visor up, it's not as comfortable as it is with the other windshield. I get more wind in my face, and I like to ride with my visor up probably 99% of the time. So I'm gonna have to ponder that a little bit. I'm gonna leave this one on for now, at least until I can find that other windshield. I could also try the Givi airflow without the top, because that's a wider windshield. Maybe I'll hold off on editing this thing down and finishing the video until I try some more options. I don't know why I rode my bike down here to feed the critters and gather eggs. I can't hardly take eggs up on the bike. Well, eggs get to stay for a day. Okay, well, I didn't find the National Scientific or California Scientific. I don't remember what it was.
Anyhow, couldn't find that windshield, but I did find the Givi airflow. So I took it apart.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I'm not talking to you, Siri.
Okay.
Talk to you. See you later. I found the Givi airflow, so I took the brackets off the top of it because they would interfere with where this visor mounts. So it's just the bottom half of the Givi airflow and the Puig wind deflector on top. If you look back through my videos, you'll find one where I was doing just this and I backed into my side by side and tipped my ass over. I was embarrassed to death, so first thing I did was posted it on YouTube. Well, I'm not out going very fast, but so far this thing works pretty good. I got the visor, the deflector up all the way. Well, that puts a lot more air in my face. Let's put it back up. That seems pretty good there, though. Get out here where I can move a little faster and we'll see what it feels like. That's not bad. You know, that's not any better. Not any worse than the National Cycle, not any better than the National Cycle. The setup with the least buffeting is the stock factory windshield with the visor on it tipped away just a little bit. But you get a lot more wind in your face. So you have to keep your helmet visor, you don't have to, but you get a lot more wind in the helmet itself. And I like to ride with my visor open. I looked all over my shop for that California Scientific windshield. I know I have it. Probably put it somewhere I'd never lose it. So I'd say, I guess, if you're gonna ride, if it's cold out, you want to keep the wind out of your face and off your chest. This Givi airflow or that National Cycles windscreen with the deflector on top would probably be best, but you get a little bit of buffeting. But in the summertime, I think I'd go with the stock screen and the wind deflector. The extra air is nice when it's hot out. You don't get much buffeting at all. I didn't get it up to like 70 mile an hour or anything, but I had it 60, 65. I think on the highway that'd probably be the smoothest. Uh-oh, blocking my bike driveway. Alternator out.
Okay. That's it for the old windshield test. Or at least until I can find that other windshield. I'll look for it some more. See if I can't find it and